welcome to today's farm vlog. And currently where we are now, we have a 70-acre coconut farm. As you can see around, the coconut is really doing well. And the new thing that we have now, as a result of we solving a problem, the new thing that we have now is a 30,000 capacity catfish farm. So the problem that we were having here was because here was a low area, the coconut was suffering with a lot of water. So it was retarding the growth of the coconut. So one, we're trying to solve the problem of flood by creating a canal that drains all the water that is disturbing the coconut. So as you can see, we have a canal here and all the water are drained into a dam that we've created here. So now we have a canal that is draining the water. We have a dam here that is storing water for irrigation and other purposes. And through this, we've been able to construct 30,000 capacity catfish farm. We have one pond there, and let's walk you through to the other pond. Yes. It is what it is. We can have a view of the coconut plantation. This is the hybrid coconut, and very soon it's going to start to fructify. It is what it is. We are always making it. Let me walk you through. Okay, so just as we're talking about, this is one of our ponds, and this is a 10,000 capacity earthen pond. And now currently we are still with our pond dressing, our pond treatment, our pond fertilization, and you could see we are covering it with a net. So very soon we are going to throw 10,000 catfish here. We have 3 of this right here. We have one at the other side and one at the other side. So very soon we are going to have 30,000 catfish right here. At the same time, we have our coconut, we have our dam that we're going to use for irrigation purposes, and we have our fish ponds. It is what it is. This is really a great innovation, and this is the difference that we are always talking about. Very soon you're not going to see the water like this. After the fertilization, everything is going to change. It's going to be habitable for fish, and we are good to go. When we come to the ponds also, right here, that is where we have our pond 1. Yes, that is where we have our pond 1. And this also is very deep. We've got enough water. In fact, this pond, we've got enough water in it. It has a lot of water table. So few days that they pumped it, it is full again. Yeah, so in future also we are going to have a pipe connecting this pond to this, so that if there is any overflow, it also flows. Yes, but for now we are going to manage it with the pumps, as I said earlier. So that is also another project that to make it easier, that is also another thing that in future we will also do it. So this we pumped it and they worked on it, but we've still got enough water there already that can and like there is a lot of water in it already. Even with time they even have to, we can even pump water from here to top up other ponds, but we've got enough water. Yeah, so what happens is that they are still doing they've still got some few works to be done. When I came to do the inspection regards to the pond dressing, yes, they are still doing some sandbags and also but when I tested, seriously, it's not their fault because of the rain. Because even today, whilst I talked to you earlier on, I told you it is not raining, just a sudden it rained, so they even have to break. So the rain disturbed them and they couldn't really do the work to my satisfaction. And we also needed this thing. So it is about let's say 80% done. If I'm rating them, it's about 80% done. So what I'm doing is that, and it is fine for stocking now. So I'm going to deduct some money from their charges. Yes, at least I'm going to deduct. I'm planning to deduct about 500 from each pond, making 1,500 from their charges. I'm not going to pay them all their money. That is what I'm planning. For them, they think they are done, but when I came, I've seen there is a lot of some few things that is supposed to be done. Those that they can do, I've told them, and they will be doing that. But those that are beneath, the water is not allowing us. When you pump within a short time, it will be coming again. Yeah, so I'm going to deduct some money out of their pay, then credit it to you, so that when we do our first harvesting, we can also do some little touches. Then we know we are good to go. Yeah, so that is also regards to that. Yeah, so we are still on it. We are still on it. Yeah, so maybe if you don't understand anything, you can let me know. So far so good. I think I'm in love with the whole thing, and yes, so we are good to go. Right after the dressing, the treatment, and the nets of all the ponds, we are good to go. Okay, so this is a summary video for you to understand the whole project now. So as usual, this is where the water is coming from, the rubbers. Yes, and as you know already, this is how it flows to the dam. Yes. So it goes all the way downwards. It's always beautiful to see the coconut around it. And now what is going to happen is that going forward, we'll be needing some more bridges, but maybe that'll be later. Yes. And basically, I think the coconut also is still doing well. Yeah, so still goes. We've got a lot of waste soil and sand at the farm now. Yes, so in future, if we have any failing, and they can also use some to create blocks for any projects we want to do in future. Yeah, so this is how the water coming from the rubber directly join our reservoir. So it comes straight to our reservoir. So that's it is. So this is the first reservoir, and it is, in fact, it is very deep. We even have to get some red fencing around it, because if someone falls in this, that is all. It is very deep, and we've got enough water here. Yes, so all the water that will be coming from the top, we are harvesting all of them here. Yes, so there's the first reservoir, and the first reservoir is also connected to a second reservoir also here, also very deep, very deep. So as I said, basically we've got enough water here. And with this reservoirs also, because we went a little bit deep, we have some water tables. So most of this water came from the ground, and the little that came from the top also joined it. That's why we've seen it full at this time. So what happens is that when this comes, and when the reservoir, like when it is full and it's excess and we don't need it again, it overflows here to there. So that is the main stream that we are seeing there. And that place too, you could see some water there. Yes, I created another third reservoir there beneath inside the main stream that is coming from the bamboo. We also created another reservoir in there. So it will also trap all the water that will be coming from the bamboo. It will trap enough water there before it will also overflows to the hoa. Before it also overflows to the hoa. So when this one has excess water, it will also overflows to that third canal, that third reservoir. Sorry. Yes. So as you can see, we've also got a lot of water in there already. So now I think the stress is too much, so I don't want us to stress ourselves. We are going to use this like this for the meantime. Yes, but later the plan is that we'll have pipes here. We'll fix some pipes here so that when we can regulate it. Anytime we want to open this water, we open it, then it will join the main stream, then you also take it to the canal. So later we will fix pipes here. Yes, that is the plan. We'll fix pipes here and cover the place.